Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi everyone. My name is Wan Nabila binti Wan Azizan. I am studying in Bachelor of Science Computer with Maritime Informatics and my supervisor is Dr. Abdul Aziz K. Abdul Hamid. I am doing a research for my final year project titled Classification of Pollen using Local Binary Pattern. For introduction, a classification can describe a process to classify an image according to their similarity that consists of a database that includes predefined patterns to compare the detected object to classify it into its category by using a local binary pattern method. That include in classification are input the pollen image, pre-processing, factor extraction, and classification using Euclidean distance. As we all know, pollen grain is the structure used to transport male DNA to the female part of the flower. Pollen grains are microscopic image which about 50 to 100 microns and just a pinch of pollen can contain thousands of grains. Every pollen has a unique characteristic that describe the pollens that describe the pollen based on their groups and family name. Classification is done on a basis to simplify the complex task of understanding the life of pollen because pollen has many uses in our life. Next, for problem statement that I found while doing the research is the pollen classification is manually identifying the factors using a microscope. The pollen is hard to be distinguished from others as in some cases they have similar color, characteristics and texture. The manual estimation will take time consuming in estimating the pollen with its flower and may provide less accurate result and no digital database to store the image of pollen and flower and the researcher need to use a thick book to do the research. And objective in doing the research is to collect pollen image and identify by its group, to develop a prototype for classification using local binary pattern method and Euclidean distance, to examine the success rate of combination both in pollen classification. And for methodology, this is a framework. In this research, firstly, we need to input pollen image and the input image must group and remove the noise and from RGB we convert to grayscale because grayscale has a one layer 0 to 155 pixel and then we use a high frequency unpassive filter to improve the image quality. And we combine the both Euclidean and LBP method for pollen classification. This is a graph before we applying high frequency and passive filter and after applying high frequency and passive filter. Next, for limitation of research and future work, I can conclude that the prototype should be integrated into the mobile application as it will be easy for the researcher can automate updated into a database and get the accurate result. And second, the research can focus on pollen taken around pollinators. So in the future, I hope I can collect around the country so it can be more comprehensive and the data of pollen stored in the online database so it will be accessible for everyone who is beginning in research and they can get more information about the pollens group. And for conclusion, local binary pattern methods is to detect the pollen grains by combining with Euclidean distance to classify the pollen on the pollen family and flower. I carry out the experiment using a standard dataset that has been collected around Kuala Nerus and stored in the one folder. And I can conclude that the combination of the LBP factor and Euclidean distance give a higher result. That's all from me. Thank you.